get addicted to winning, stop making losing acceptable. The raw truth about life and success. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm more Kevin's deal. I'm more Kevin's deal. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Welcome everybody, it's your boy Mark Evans, DM. Thinking about you guys. We got a big show today. Hope you guys had an amazing 4th of July. As you're hopping on, let me know what's going on. My dad just sent me a text. He's out in the garage cleaning. This is 1990. This is probably 1997. He sent me a thing. It's called it's a flyer. Look at that. I had a thing called Rainbow Spout Siding and Windows, which was Rainbow Spouting originally, then All American Door Company. Look at that right there. 10% off. These were flyers. I used to get thousands of these and go, when I wasn't on job sites, I'd go and put these in doors all around town. I was canvassing. So look at that. Call Mark Evans Jr. for details. That number no longer in service, but I used to do the work, man. I'm addicted to winning. How about you? So guys, as I'm sitting here thinking about this whole getting addicted to winning and stop making losing acceptable, the raw truth about life and success, I'm coming to you live today here from Shaker Heights, Ohio. And I'm thinking about, why are more people not winning? And I've coached thousands of people since 2002. I stopped coaching for a while, then I coached again and stopped coaching people, and then started working with entrepreneurs at all levels, not just in the real estate space. A lot of people see me as a real estate investor, but the truth is, and I hope you guys are starting to understand, I'm not a real estate investor anymore. I'm a business owner that I own. One of my companies is real estate. Another company is in the franchise style licensing side. Another company is in the email media side. Another company is in the data side. Another company is in the tech side. I have a lot of companies that are not related to real estate. So I want you to understand, when I'm coming to you, I'm not coming with the same old shit that everyone's like, you need to go do more deals and here's how you do it. I'm not trying to teach you a next best tactic with the economy changing and why you should do this or that. That's just temporarily fixing. That's like throwing a Band-Aid on a child and it's going to quickly fall off, right? They're going to pull it off and then move on. What we need to do is we need to fall in love. I was thinking about this a lot. I was laying in bed last night, not in a weird way, but just laying in bed. And I was thinking, why are so many people don't get excited about winning and falling in love with the process? The destination is pointless. You can never get to the destination until you start the process. Without the process, the destination doesn't exist. But there's a lot of work that happens before you even start the process. The first thing we got to do is we got to start thinking differently. We got to start believing that we can do more. We got to start wanting to win. And what pisses me off more than anything is watching great people sit around and be okay with losing. It's disgusting, it's bullshit, and it's not needed. You're better than that. And it frustrates me. And that's why I want to talk about this, because I don't see anybody talking about this, allowing you guys just to fucking slide by in life and be a piece of shit because you're stealing from yourself, you're stealing from the world, and you're stealing ultimately from your future self. And you're better than that. Would you agree? And if you don't think you are, you should leave because I'm not your guy. And I do get fired up about this because we only have one shot at this thing. You're sitting around, you're afraid to pick up the phone, you're a thief, you're a loser. Yes, you are a loser if you're afraid to pick up the phone. Why? But I don't know what to say. That's loser talk. You have a thing called the internet. You have a thing called a voice. You call and say, hello, my name is Mark. It's real easy. Stop being okay with being a fucking loser. It's bullshit. But Mark, you don't understand. I don't have any money. I don't care. I started with no money. There's so much money out there. It's ridiculous. But you're okay with being a loser. Keep talking. But, you don't really understand. My spouse doesn't support me. Why should they support you? You're a fucking loser. Why should they support you? Everything you've said you're going to do, you failed. Everything you said you're going to do, you stop. Everything you said you're going to do, you don't follow through with. Why wouldn't they think you're a loser? Why would they believe you? The truth is, you don't believe yourself. That's why you keep failing. That's why you're a loser right now. And until you stop being a loser, by the way, it's like that. It's snap. And then you're out of the loser mentality. This is addicting. You're addicted to being a loser if you're not getting what you want. And I'm not saying you snap your fingers and ultimately get what you want overnight. There's a lot of hard work. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of problems. There's a lot of progress. But get excited about it. Get addicted to winning. Every day you can win. Every moment you can win. When that call goes out and the person says, no, I do not want to work with you. I knew it wouldn't work. It's too good to be true. I knew it wouldn't work. No, dude, you just won. Why? Because everyone else out there is losing and you just won because you did the action. Now guess what happens? Make the next call because momentum is on your side. Get a yes. You're one step closer to a yes. If it takes you 100 no's, go get 100 no's today to get that one yes. See, I remember a guy called me up one day. He's like, dude, this guy paid me $15,000. By the way, he hated me. He was crying. He was so pissed off. Seriously, true story. A grown man crying. But Mark, you don't understand. I don't need to understand, dude. Here's what you need to understand. Don't call me until you make 100 calls. Don't call me until you make 100 calls and get 100 no's. That's all I want to hear. All right, I got to go. Click. See, when you do that, that's what winners do. Winners win. But Mark, you're being mean. You're not giving him everything he needs. The problem is you think you need all this bullshit to move forward. All you need is action. Quit being a pussy and go do the work. But Mark, I don't know how much it costs. Spend more money. Spend more time. Get out there and put forth the effort. When you put forth the effort, you're winning. When you go to the gym when you don't want to go, you're winning. It's easy to make the phone call when you want to. It's easy to go to the gym when you want to. It's easy to love your spouse when it's easy. It's easy to do everything when it's easy. The problem is, that's what losers do. They only do it when it's easy. I do it every single day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 366 on fucking leap year, because I win. And you can too. And you should be. The only person stopping you is you. No one else. There's no outside influence that's stopping you from succeeding in life. Not one. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what race, religion. Nothing matters. You matter. Until you make the decision to step your game up and start wanting to win, more importantly, start getting addicted to winning. I'm addicted to it. I can't stop wanting to win. Why do you want to lose? Why are you okay with losing? It's not fun. I promise you, winning is so much more fun. You can look at your children in the eyes knowing that you gave it your all. You can look at your spouse and say, fuck you, honey, I love you, and I'm going all in. Watch. Stop talking to them and go do it. You are a winner. You have everything you need inside of you. If you didn't, you wouldn't be here right now. There's so much more to life than where you're at if you're willing to go get it. People just don't hand out opportunity everywhere. And even if they did, when you're a loser, you don't even see it as an opportunity. Here's what you see. It's a scam. Too good to be true. Oh, if it's that easy, why isn't everyone doing it? But Mark, why would you partner with me if you could do it on your own? That's what losers say. Dude, do you guys know how many percent of ownership Jeff Bezos owns of Amazon? I've talked about this before. It's 12%. He's worth like $140 billion minimum. And he'll be the first trillionaire because compound effect is on his side. The momentum train, that guy is fucking winning at a massive level on all fronts. Look at him. He looks like he's going backwards in age. He looks better than he's ever looked. He's fitter than he's ever been. He looks amazing. His profits are soaring. His companies are expanding. He's changing people's lives. He's hiring hundreds of thousands, if not millions of employees. He's buying millions of trucks, airplanes. I mean, it's endless. He's a fucking winner, and that's where you should be. And why aren't you? Why aren't you willing to step up and win? What are you afraid of? What's holding you back? What's stopping you from succeeding? Why don't you want to? Listen, everyone says they want to win. And some of you guys, what's even more scary, you're in a shitty situation and you're lying to yourself, acting like you're winning. But Mark, I'm winning, man. You don't understand. You're not winning, dude. You're in a one-bedroom efficiency apartment with a shitty car, nothing in the savings account, nothing in the bank account, nothing barely in the tank, and you're winning? Come on. You can't lie to me. You're lying to yourself, dick. You're better than that. You have the internet. If you have access to the internet, you can create whatever you want, literally. Whatever you want. I know my boy Sean's always saying this. Like, you guys understand there's people that are generating millions of dollars a year selling dildos. They're winning the game of dildos. There's a dildo winner. All shapes and sizes and colors and depths and girths and lengths and everything. Could you imagine being in that room talking about winning the dildo game? It's all marketing and sales, by the way. Dildo is a product. Your business, whatever it is marketing and sales. Whatever product you sell. Water, microphones, phones, coffee. It's just a product. What's stopping you from winning the game of life? Why aren't you willing to step up and invest in yourself? You hear a no, you stop in your tracks. You can't do that. You stop in your tracks. You talk to your grandma's best friend's cousin's uncle's sister's niece, and they say that's a scam. You believe them. Why would you take $1 million advice from a $30,000 a year earner? Why? It doesn't even make sense. If they're so fucking smart, why aren't they only take advice from people that are where you want to be, not with where they're at trying to hold you back. If they make 30 grand a year, by the way, I grew up like this. I understand this is a real thing. Everyone would tell you what you can't do. But Mark, if they're charging $25,000 a year, why in the world would they you barely make that in a year anyways. Like, they're taking advantage of you. No, they understand their worth. You don't. Reverse the process. Understand the reality. Winners do stuff different. You're better than that. You deserve more if you're willing to put forth the effort. By the way, you don't deserve it just because you're alive. You got to grow. You got to expand. You got to go deep. You got to learn about it. You got to think about your stupid thoughts. We all have stupid ass thoughts. They're either serving you or taking away from you. Your thoughts are very powerful. Like I said, the process starts with the thought. I'm sitting on my third floor office. This started with an idea. This was a shitty attic, an unused space. I walked up here. I was like, dude, I could turn this into something. I don't know what yet. I don't need to know all the answers. I don't know what color I'm going to paint it. I don't know what the walls are going to look like. I don't know what I'm going to hang on the walls. But all you dipshits out there that are losing, you're sitting there trying to plan where they're going to put the signs before you even have the place to put the sign. Because it keeps you from inaction. It keeps you in Loserville. Why? It's so crazy to me to watch amazing people continue losing for no reason other than they just like losing. I don't even know if you realize you're losing. That's crazy to me. Do you understand how much opportunities are available to you right now? I was literally cleaning the office out yesterday, going through some old stuff that I had. And I'm like, dude, I've been thinking about this shit for 24 years. I've been writing it down. I've been diving deep to myself, not to you, to myself. I don't care what you think. You can say whatever you want. It doesn't matter to me. I don't listen to people. I listen to myself. See, the problem is losers like talking to losers because it's an easy conversation. You know what you're talking about? Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. We have to step the game up and get around people that are going to push you, prod you, poke you, give you a little, scare you a little bit, like I'm doing today. You need a shakeup. You need to step up. Why aren't you stepping it up? What are you afraid of? I remember my buddy, he's like, dude, I want to get in the stock market, man. I'm like, okay, here's what you need to do. and he took his time for it, and he's afraid of losing money. I'm like, dude, it's $6,000. It's not even a lot of money. Just execute a trade and get going. But what if? I'm like, dude, execute a trade. If you lose $6,000, you're by the way, you don't just buy a stock and lose $6,000 overnight, typically. Disclaimer, you may, but it's not likely. But go put $6,000 into something and get started. Stop being a pussy and execute. What's the worst that could happen? Well, the worst that could happen in my mind as a winner is that I don't do anything and I only talk about it and think about it. And then I go crazy and then that stock shoots up 1,000% over the next 12 months and I talk about how I wish I would have bought that stock. And then you're back in the loser cycle. Wish you shoulda, coulda, didn't. You're going to be saying that same shit for the rest of your life. I wish I shoulda, coulda. I coulda, shoulda, woulda, but I didn't. You know why? Well, I'm black. They said I couldn't do it. Oh, I'm white, so I got this or that. Oh, dude, I'm from a foreign country. I can't do that. Oh, I'm not that smart. Oh, I barely graduated high school. Oh, I didn't even go to high school. I have guys in the DM family that are all the above. I have guys that have GEDs that are making millions of dollars. I have guys that are all from all walks of life that are generating millions of dollars. And I have guys that were in prison for 8 years that generate millions of dollars in the DM fam because they decided to start winning. They decided to stop talking about it and started doing something about it. They started executing with intention. See, when you're set to win, you can't lose. There's going to be setbacks, but it might be a setup for a future growth. See, you see it as a setback that it's over. I knew it wouldn't work. Have you ever thought it could be a setup for a bigger growth? Have you ever thought when you hit the wall, that's a false wall that you've had in your mind for years because no one's told you, hey, the wall, you know, they're like the dead. Have you ever seen like all those dead flies that are on your windowsill? And then I look over and I'm like, dude, the window's open on the other side. All you got to do is zzz, zzz, boom, you're out. But you like losing, fly, and not only are you going to lose, you're going to die because you're so hard-headed. You're so stubborn. You know it all, but you have nothing. You're going to die miserably. Good. That's what you get for being a fucking dummy by not taking action. That's what you get for not investing in yourself as you get older. What, you're older, so you're smarter now? Truth is, most older people I know typically are dumber than the young kids. Why? Because they've given up on educating. They think they know everything. That's dangerous. If you think you know it, dude, I don't know anything. I know nothing except I'm a winner. That's all I need to know. Everything else, I'm going to have to figure out the details. Now, don't get me wrong. You're going to get kicked in the nuts. You're going to get punched in the face. You're going to get kicked in the jugular. You're going to get your arms bent. You're going to sprain your leg. All kinds of stuff's going to happen. But I'm staying in the game, dude. I'm staying focused. You can't take winning away from someone in their brain. How do you do this? How do you start winning? How do you start? You start creating a plan to win. And you start setting up goals to succeed on a daily basis. I will make 100 calls come hell or high water. I will get up at 4:44 every morning for the next 100 days, at least for the next 10,000 days. I will get up and I will execute. I will get punched in the face and I'll keep smiling and dialing. I will get up and I'll go out and put bandit signs out. I'll put signs indoors. I'll shake people's hands or elbow bump, whatever people are doing these days. I will get out and do the work because I'm a winner. Winners do the work. Losers don't. Losers stop. They complain. They talk about why not me. But you don't understand their handout mentality. They just want a handout. They don't want to step up and give hand ups. Give a hand up. Help more people. If you want to help people, you got to step your shit up. At the end of the day, we all have winners in us. Unfortunately, you guys watch the news. You get in Facebook fights with stupid people. By the way, you can never win a conversation with a dumb person. You know that, right? You can't. So why even do it? Why even step into the ring of fire for no reason? There's no positive outcome. There's no winning opportunity. Stop talking shit and start working. Stop perusing Facebook and getting psyched up and hyped up and go do the work. Listen, the truth is right now you could be doing the work. I hope my goal, when I show up to these, my goal is to help you. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not here to be your buddy. I'm not here to be cool. I'm not even here to be liked. I'm here to help you grow. And the truth is, you're out here liking everybody because they're not pushing you. And they're holding you back because they're not telling you the truth. They're not helping you grow. They're keeping you in the zone, and they keep saying, send me more money, send me more money. They're confusing you because they want you to buy extensions of their products. They want you to go deeper in the funnel, if you will. You know, there's companies out there teaching funnels of how to confuse you and how to upsell you and cross-sell you on multiple stuff, so you're so busy and overwhelmed that you can't even take action because you're going to buy another product. And then when you get focused on that, you're going to buy another product because there's the next best thing. I'm telling you guys, there's opportunity galore for winners. When you open up and put the winner's goggles on, the world becomes so much more fun. Opportunities are everywhere. It's endless. And I'm not saying there's not challenging days with this. There are. When you're winning, there are challenging days. But the obstacles are in our brain. They're not. It's all perspective. You can't lose when you're winning. It's impossible. When you have winner mentality, you might have setbacks. You might get smacked. You might have bad days, bad weeks, bad months, but you're going to keep pushing forward because you're a winner. And that's what winners do. I have to tell you, most of you listening to this are already disgusted. You know this can't be true, what this silly-looking guy with a white Kangol, why would I believe this guy? He hasn't done dick in his life. And you're right. I have it for where I'm going. But I can tell you what, my companies generate millions of dollars a year. Multiple companies generate millions of dollars a year. My wife and I traveled the world for over 7 years before it was even a cool thing. Social media didn't really even exist then. Oh, how do I wish it did? Because I have some pretty cool places we hung out at. Not only that, I'm sitting here crushing the game of life. I've killed multiple businesses that were sucking the wind out of us, killing the life of our team. You cut and you move. Winners aren't married to things. I had an interesting call on Saturday with the guy. He's telling me all this bullshit about a project. I'm like, dude, you're falling in love with the project. The thing you do now is stop and don't do the project. But you don't understand, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I understand. That's why I'm telling you, shut up and don't execute on the deal. It's not a deal. It's a time suck. It's a loser. Why do losers buy loser deals? It's interesting. When you get addicted to losing, all actions you touch lose. That's what happens. It's like the guy or gal that you see. It's like, dude, everything they touch turns to gold. Well, they're the opposites on the other side. Everything they touch turns to shit. We've seen people like this in relationships. We've seen people like this in business. We've seen people like this in their financial world. We've seen people like this in their health. This is a real thing. Get addicted to winning. You got to set some daily habits. If your daily habits aren't aligned with winning, if your daily habit, and I'm not just saying set them, you got to actually execute and do the work. It's going to be mundane. It's going to be boring. It's going to be frustrating. It's not going to be fun all the time. But I can tell you this right now. If you do this long enough, you will come out on the other side a whole nother person. Not today, but in 3 months, 6 months, 12 months from now. You're developing. You're evolving. You're becoming a new you. You know how you become a great mentor? Do you guys know? This is what winners think about. Find great students. Find great mentees. Find great partners. Find great people. See, I can teach everything. But if you're not a great person and you're a loser, I can't teach you how to be a winner until you're ready to be a winner. It's literally like that. Until you snap it in your fucking head, nothing changes. Nothing changes. You know that, right? Nothing. But Mark, I got 14 degrees on my wall and, you just don't understand. I don't need to understand your bullshit excuses. You tell yourself. I do understand that. But that's the way you succeed in life. Winners look for winners. Winners are attracted to winners. Go figure. This is why losers don't hang out with winners often. One, they don't have the balls to step up into the winner circle. And or two, winners kick losers out if they keep losing because we don't want losers around us. It's contagious. It's like the life sucks it out of you. I had a couple team members recently I had to let go. They were losers. They talked about loser shit. Their actions were losers. And their results were loserville. It sucks. I like them as people. But I can't change a loser into a winner until they're ready to do it. And it sucks because they both have amazing children. They both have amazing spouses and partners in life. And yet they're okay with being a loser. I gave them so much opportunity. They did nothing with it. This is the straight up truth. I thought it was me. I thought the system was broken. I thought the process was broken. I thought the product was not working. I thought it was me. See, that's what real winners do too, by the way. We take full responsibilities for the good and, most importantly, the bad. Because we're self-reflecting, wondering, where can I get better? Where am I weak? Where am I strong? How can I drive this? How can I grow this? How can I shrink that? I handed them literally limitless opportunity. They can make as much as they want. They can do it from wherever they want. And they lost. It was easy. You know, it's almost I'm almost embarrassed to say it was easier for them to tap out and be a loser than actually do the basic work of making 50 phone calls and executing a very simple plan of results. It's sad to me because I have a product. We put other people in there. They're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. The same product, the same process, the same procedures, the same winner, me, in that company. And yet they couldn't do it. And or, most importantly, weren't willing to do it. See, when you make that decision to be a winner, your life will change forever. You're going to get much more positive. You'll have so much more empathy. You'll realize that there's a lot of amazing people out there. See, another thing I've noticed, and guys, you can just look around the world. If you're watching anything on the news, which I don't, but if you're in, the gym or the grocery store or wherever they have TVs at, again, I clearly haven't been in a grocery store because I don't think they have TVs there. But if you're flying somewhere or whatever, and they have the news on everywhere, restaurant or whatever, it's all negative. People are mad. Dude, it's because they're all losers. A loser trying to out-lose the other loser. How is it going to win? No, it's you. No, it's me. No, it's you. No, it's me. No. Like, dude, who's taking responsibility for their actions? Who's taking responsibility for their own life? See, the truth is we just need to come to a conclusion and realize that we all need to get better as a human being. If I become a better person and I'm selfish and I become a better person because I'm working on myself, I'm learning, I'm taking time for myself, I'm educating, investing in myself, money, time, energy, effort. If I learn how to be a better human being, I can impact more people. I can make better human beings become better human beings. And vice versa. I have people helping me become better every day, all around me. That's my secret sauce, by the way. Yesterday, I was just so grateful. As I'm cleaning out the office, I have all these amazing cards and thank you, Mark. You've changed my life. Thank you, Mark. You're such an amazing guy. Thank you for being there when no one else was. Thank you, Mark, for holding my hand through the fire. Thank you, Mark, for being there when I did. And I'm thinking, the truth, I'm getting goosebumps even talking about. I don't even think about that stuff. That's not what I'm doing it for, but it feels amazing to get those cards. I don't need big gifts. I'll take them, but I don't need them. Just a simple card, a simple video, just something acknowledging is very powerful. And I use it as fuel because winners like it. I'm not sitting around the truth is I didn't even read them, half of them, when I got them because maybe they got stuck in the shuffle. But when I'm opening these up and reading them, man, I'm telling you, very emotional yesterday. I was very thankful that I decided to be a winner in life. I was very thankful that I decided not to listen to losers in my life. And when I say losers, you might be thinking that's a little harsh, and it might be. But the truth is the truth. Listen, they're amazing people on certain levels, but there's also loser conversations. Here's the problem with this. Again, I talk about this in Magician versus Mule. The loser, the thought on the thought. If the loser's talking to another loser and they don't learn how to be a winner, a loser's just carrying on loser conversations that they've portrayed, that they're carrying over from their past, from their mom and dad, from their grandparents, from their mentors or whatever in life. They're carrying it on their baggage. They're carrying on their shitty conversations. They're carrying on their shitty belief systems. They're carrying on their terrible mindset of money. I know this to be true. I almost went bankrupt twice because I was a loser in my financial life. I was a loser. I knew how to make money. I had zero clue how to keep it. Actually, the way I was making more is that's the way I grew because I had to keep making more. Once you understand you can make, I was a winner on making it and a loser on keeping it. That's the truth. Same thing with the reason I got so fat. I was amazing at eating. And I was like, it was kind of that weird thing. Like, it's like, oh, you can't tell me what to do. I can do whatever I want. I'm in control. I wasn't in control. I had I still have a terrible relationship with food. I like food and I cannot lie, but you have to stay focused. I'm trying to, it's very on top of my mind. I'm surrounding myself around winners with food. I want this chef that's cooking top quality food in proper increments of what I need to be eating for what I'm trying to accomplish. See, some people will say they want this, but all their actions are not aligned. The difference with winners is not only will they say it out loud, scary as it is, but they will simply put a path to be successful. That's it. And we need to get addicted to the journey. We need to get addicted to winning. And when all these things start coming in alignment, and sometimes you're not winning on all fronts. The truth is oftentimes you're not winning on all fronts all the time. But when you're a winner in one, it's cool to carry over to the other. It's a lot easier to carry over a winning behaviors, winning mindset into that world. I have to tell you, wait, what's he saying? Love you, Mark. You're consistent. Your messaging resonates today, just like it did 14 years ago when I first met you. Vidal, my man. Guys, the truth is, and Vidal knows 14 years he's known me, there's a lot of people here that's been following me for many years, and I appreciate that. But my goal is to help you. My goal is to pull you along when you don't want to be pulled along. My goal is to push you and prod you. And I see people sitting on the fence, and I think, I'm going to turn this electric on quickly on that fence and get them off. I don't care what side you're on. Just pick a side. Stop sitting on the fence watching the sunset and sunrise without taking action. You're growing grass under your feet. You can't do that. You got to be moving. You got to be shaking. You got to go get what's yours. Listen, whatever you have on in your life today, right now, you open up your bank account today. Go to your accounts, open it up. Go step on the scale, see what that number says. Go look at your relationships that you have today, good or bad. They're all your fault, 100% your fault. They're exactly where you're at in your brain. And if you're okay with it, period, cool. If you're not, we have to start changing. We have to start plotting. We have to start looking at where we want to be. Who can I mimic or model after? What do they do to get that result? And we have to execute the plan with massive, massive winning intentions, period. You have to have those uncomfortable conversations. If you're terrible at relationships, tell someone you love them today. Send them an email. Let go of pain. Let go of struggle. First of all these things are very, it's all perspective. What is pain? What is struggle? What is hard? What is easy? These are the thoughts. So when you tell a lot of people is like, dude, you don't understand it's hard. I'm like, this is not hard at all. But keep in mind, we say things to protect our ego. I believe most of us are playing at 20. The winners are playing at 20% capacity of where they could be. This includes me. I'm probably at 10%. Where I'm going is so much further than where I'm at today. I was talking with my wife yesterday because Mark was with his my mother-in-law, Diane. And so we had a little bit more conversational time than normal because we're not chasing two kids. We're only chasing one. And Drea was sleeping. And we're talking. I'm like, Dee, we really got to get this dialed in. Like, we're working on a couple big houses that we're building and we're thinking about, we're plotting. We got to, create the plans and, just like dreaming and talking about big growth. And she's like, but what about the furniture? I'm like, dude, if we're building multi-million-dollar houses, why are we thinking about furniture? Again, this is where her brain goes because she likes the interior. I like the exterior. And that's fine. We're conversating. We're communicating. And I'm like, I don't understand how you think about that when let's find a lot first. Let's find 10 acres before we think about how we're going to, decorate the interior. And again, I'm not knocking it, and I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. I'm just saying it comes through conversations. So then it's like divide and conquer. Great. You work on this, I'll work on that. Hey, hon, you do a basic footprint of like, you walk in the front door, what do you see? Do you see a wall? Do you see 2 staircases? Do you see 1 staircase? Is it open air? Is it shut? Is it 8 foot? What's on the right? What's on the left? What do you see? Is it all windows on the front? Like, this is the stuff I think about. I'm in the room when I'm talking about it. It took me 12 years to get my first Rolls Royce. This is a true story. I used to drive, like, I had some really bad cars. I had an old S10. I had an old Chevy C10, I think it was called. These things were ragged. They didn't even have air conditioning in them. True story. So, nor did I care. I'm not complaining, by the way. The truth is, actually, when I bought the red truck, this little Chevy C10 for my company, it was like $1,200, literally. And I went to the car lot and bought it. I felt like I negotiated the best deal. And I went and put like racks on it because we did siding windows. So now we had racks. I was very proud to be progressing. Everyone told me, Mark, you're a young punk kid. You can't afford that. You can't do that. Cool. Keep telling me because I'm a winner and I'm going to do whatever I can to win. Listen, they may be right sometimes. Maybe I can't afford it today, but that's what they know me as of today. I'm becoming someone different today so I can afford it tomorrow. See, I'm changing. I'm evolving. I'm growing. I'm plotting. I'm planning. But with that said, I used to drive back and forth on I-70 every day, hours a day, traveling back and forth to job sites, traveling back and forth to meeting clients, traveling back and forth to Home Depots and Lowe's. I did all this stuff. But as I'm sitting there in that car with the windows down, with burning oil smell, if you've never smelled the oil smell, you're missing out. And I'm in this car, this truck, smoking a cigar, listening to classical music, true story, because I thought to be rich, you had to listen to classical music and smoke cigars. This is a true story, by the way. I'd have the windows down. Back then I had a little bit of hair. Hair was blown in the wind. And I'm holding on the wheel. You could not have told me I was not in a Rolls Royce. I was in it. I was driving it. It drove so smooth. It smelled like fucking the new car scent leather smell. I was in the zone. I was putting myself in the real life situation. I did that for years before I got my first Rolls Royce. But I was in a Rolls Royce a long time before I ever bought one. That's the truth. Because I was so addicted to winning. I've always wanted to win. I want to win at the life. I just want to be a better human being every day. For myself, for my family, for my people I care about, for you guys. If I don't show up with the heat, you don't share the stream. You don't talk about this next step. There will be, I promise you this. I 100% promise you this. There will be at least one person from the show today that comes to me and says, it might be a year from now, it might be 20 years from now or 100 years from now. But I'm like, dude, you said something that resonated with me and you were right. And this is what I've accomplished today. See, I'm out planting seeds today. I'm not trying to harvest crops. I have no profit potential here. I just simply want to provide great value to amazing people. But I can't help you unless you start winning. I can't help you until you snap into it, and I'm going to be a winner. Today, I want you to make the 50 calls you don't want to make. Today, I want you to do the work that you don't want to do. Today, I want you to pay that bill that you feel like you can't pay, but you got to pay. Today, I want you to call that person that you hate or you're mad at or you haven't talked to. It might be a parent. It might be a friend. It might be a buddy. It might be a colleague, whatever. Call them and say, yo, what's up, man? Thinking about you. You don't have to say sorry. You don't have to say anything else. Just let them know you're thinking about them. What they think or what they say or how they react, that's on them, not you. You're coming and leading from a winning position. When you lead with winners, winners just keep winning. And again, even if I'm failing, even when I shut down a company, I'm still winning. Why? Because I just got my time back. I just got my mental capacity back to go focus on more winning, on the products that are winning, the processes that are winning, the people that are winning. Why are we all trying to fix broken people? Why are we all trying to fix the problem? Just solve the problem. Stop trying to fix, just solve it. Be a solution-driven winner, and you'll always have opportunity at your fingertips. It's endless, forever. Seriously, it's wild. Plant seeds. Stop being greedy and trying to plant a seed and extract the cash immediately overnight. You're better than that. You have more time than that. Listen, be patiently impatient. Get the work done. Be impatient right now just to get it done, but be patient for the future. Understand that the more seeds I plant today, the more I can harvest in the future. I don't know what it will look like. I don't know what we'll do, but I buy businesses often. I invest in companies very often. I do deals pretty much daily. I'm involved in a lot of moving pieces. So maybe one day you're like, dude, I have a company I've started. It's generating $300,000 a year. I'd like to get it to $1 million plus. That's the kind of stuff I could help you with. Mark, I'm in the real estate game. I'm doing 2 deals a month. I want to do 10 deals a month. I know how to do that. I did that for many, 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 many years. I have teams now that actually help people do it. It's called the DM Alliance. If you're doing 1 or 2 deals a month, you should probably message me. I could help you. We could partner. And I only get paid when you get paid. That's how serious I am about it. There's so much stuff like that I know will come from this. Listen, if you want to get in a group of winners, hang out with winners. It's that easy, but it starts with you. It starts with the decision to be a winner. Stop being okay with losing. The truth is, get mad, get pissed, get fired up when you lose. And again, lose is a very, very powerful. Like, if someone tells you no today, did you lose? I don't know. Did you? If someone says, get out of my face, I'm done with you, did you lose? Let's talk about relationships. Dina's not my first girlfriend. She's my first wife, but she wasn't my first girlfriend. All the prior girlfriends I had, not many, but all of the prior ones, Dina gets the benefit from it because and vice versa, her ex-boyfriends or whatever, because that's how we grow. That's how we learn. Did we lose because we didn't get with them and stay with them like we thought? No, we evolved. We grow, we learn. Just like that money in your bank account, little or a lot. When there's money being pulled out of your account and you don't have much, because I've been there. Am I losing or winning? I don't know. It depends. What am I investing? If you go invest $10,000 in mentoring, that's $10,000 out of your account. You might think, oh my God, I just lost $10,000. No, you might be gaining millions. Actually, I know you are if you're investing in yourself. It's all perspective. It's all in how you frame it. Winners win. Period. And I want you to win. I want you to push this boundary. Like, whatever you think you're capable of, it's 100 times more, at least. If you're sitting here dreaming about a 1,200 square foot house to move into, know that you can get a way bigger house. If you're dreaming about driving that cool brand new Nissan Altima, know that there's way cooler cars than a Nissan Altima. If you're dreaming about having that massive, massive account when you turn 60 years old, whatever number that's in that account, add a 0, maybe 2 zeros for some of you. Stop dreaming too small. Stop thinking too small. The guy I was talking to on Saturday is like, man, my 5-year goal is to have 20 doors. I'm like, dude, you can have that in 2 minutes. What are you talking about? 20 doors? That's like the death of me. Stop taking it slow. Stop taking it easy. Stop taking it, okay, I'll get to it when I got time. You're never going to make time for it. It's like children. You can't prepare to have them. You can think about preparing, but you don't really know what you need until you have them. And then you realize, oh shit, I make it work no matter what. We just do what we do. That's the beautiful thing about it. You got to trust yourself. You got to believe in yourself. That's why people tell you mentoring works. Because when you invest in yourself, you're gaining confidence. When you're investing in yourself, you gain like a whole nother stance of opportunity. You realize that you're worth more than what you've invested. You're a great investment in yourself. Trust me. Look in the mirror. You're better than that. You know you need to invest in yourself. You can buy all the books. I have all the books. I have books everywhere. Buy them. Read them. If that's where you're at, that's where you're at. But know that if books made you rich, books made you successful, why would there be mentoring? Why would there be other levels? You guys know there's levels and levels. You have Pee-wee football. You have high school football. You have varsity football. You have college football. You have NFL football. Do you think everyone that starts Pee-wee football ends up in the NFL? No, of course not, right? It sounds pretty stupid to even act like they would. So why do you think you should be a millionaire? What are you doing different to get those results? Why do you think you should have more time freedom, be the magician, when you're not willing to put forth the effort? Why do you think you deserve more when you're not willing to give more? And it might not be give more money, but give more thoughtful time, or vice versa. Why aren't you getting more out of your life? Why? It's because you're addicted to losing. We're okay with it. I'll get to it tomorrow. It's okay. Johnny lost money too, so it's not a big deal. I'll lose too. It's no big deal. I'll hire that person when I get around to it. I recently had a guy get out of my group I run, and he said something to the effect of, and I'm paraphrasing drastically. He said something like, "Hey man, you guys have been amazing. You've changed my life." But as always, I always know where that ends up. Whenever someone starts off something like that, typically I always know where that ends up. This is the bullshit stuff we tell ourselves. You've changed my life so much, I'm leaving. Does it even make sense? Seriously, think about this. You've changed my life so much. I'm ever so grateful. I don't know where I'd be without you, but ... I must leave because I want to do this or that for my wife. See, the thing is, we think, or he thinks definitely, that it's it's this or that. Have you ever thought in life it could be both or all? Why can't I have it all? Why can't I retire my wife? Why can't I have more money? Why can't I have more time? Why can't I have a better business? Why can't I have bigger profits? Why can't I have it all? He's addicted to losing. I wouldn't even have the balls to send someone that message. It's weak. The truth is, when I read it, I was kind of sad. Actually, I haven't even responded to him yet because I'm sad. You know why I'm sad? Because his wife's not going to be able to retire. He's not going to grow the business that he could grow as quickly as I know I could help him. He needs massive help. I can help him, but I can't help him until he's ready for help. I can't help him until he taps out. I can't help until he says, "Hey, I don't know everything." Until someone fully steps in and says, "Yo, I'm in," and really is in, I can't help them, nor can you. So stop trying to help people that you can't help. Stop telling your cousins or your brothers or your friends or your parents how amazing this is when you're not even getting the results you should be getting because you're too busy trying to help them that you're not focusing on building what you're trying to build. You can't help everyone. One of my greatest mentors, he said something very, very powerful. He said, "Mark, save yourself before you save the world." Save yourself before you save the world. I never really knew what he said until he said it. See, I was cool giving $20 to church. I always loved help. I genuinely love helping people. And oftentimes it gets me caught on the wrong side, helping the wrong people, meaning I'm helping people that don't want to help themselves. Yes, it makes me feel good. Yes, it makes them feel good for a nanosecond. But the truth is I might be enabling them. I might just be giving them handouts. And in my brain, I'm calling it a hand up. And more I started realizing that it doesn't serve anybody because it makes me feel like crap when I share with them real stuff and they go do the opposite. Because I know I can help them. When they ask the question, I'm giving them a very real, direct, real life answer. I'm not beating around the bush and acting like I know what. If I don't know the answer, I won't answer it. But if they ask the question, I know the answer. I'm telling you a real answer. And unfortunately with this guy, I and the group in the DM fam could change. We could retire his wife guaranteed. We could retire his wife with way more money than he'd ever at this point could do because he's in the loser zone. I see it a mile away. He's lollygagging around. He's overthinking. I don't even know how the guy takes a piss into he overthinks everything because he's so afraid of failure. Guess what he's doing? He's failing. He's failing on many fronts. And I hate seeing it because he's an amazing guy. It drives me bonkers. It keeps me up at night. It makes me want to help more people like Matt that want to help themselves, that want to grow. And you guys that are here, I genuinely can't wait to help you guys get to the next level. But for you guys that are winning, I congratulate you because you know what I'm about to say is real. You're still not winning to the level you're capable of. I'm not, and I sure in the hell know you're not. We can come together and win bigger. We can unite as a group, as a unit, and make the pie bigger. See, a lot of times people, losers specifically, when they're like, I want a piece of the pie, and it's like 20%, oh my God, that's a lot. As opposed to like, have you ever thought we could make the pie bigger? And my 20% could become actually less, way less than what you could make more than you actually make by paying me 20%. Think about that. You can pay me 20% of profits and make more money. How is that? When you used to keep 100%. Well, that's the key. That's the key. You need to understand that it's not this or that. Why can't you have it all? And I'm here to tell you, you can, but you got to do the work. And the work starts with you, my friend. The work starts with you making a decision to become addicted to winning. I think you're losing if you're not making a phone call. I think you're losing if you're not pushing the send email button on that email. I think you're losing if you're not executing on your ideas that you have. I think you're losing if you stop making the call once you get told no. I think you're losing if you're scared and you're not making a move because you're too afraid to mess up. You're losing the game of life. You would have never been created. You would never even have these thoughts if you didn't and couldn't execute and get results. I mean, seriously, they fly fucking airplanes in the air. How do you know how many tons? And you can't go do a measly real estate deal. You can go in the middle of the ocean on a huge yacht or a huge boat, cruise ship, and float around like a little rubber duck toy, and you can't go make $1 million a year. Like, seriously, that's the stuff I think about. You understand, it's never been easier to make $1 million a year in your entire life than right now. The internet is wide open. The opportunities are endless. The people need more help now than they have ever needed. People need help, lots of it. And if you can provide solutions to their problems, you will make more money than you ever thought was possible. If you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to lose or fail, if you will, depending on how someone sees it. You know, it's interesting to me. I don't care. Like, we'll watch a golfer. Let's put this into perspective. You show up to watch a golfer. Actually, I got a Masters shirt on. You show up and he's golfing. Are you there to watch him win, or you watch him there to collapse? It's kind of like a race car, right? Are you going to the race to see the winner? Or are you going there to see the wrecks? What are you going there to see? See, certain people see certain things. I want to hang out in the VIP tent with the winners. I want to see them excelling. I want to see them winning. You know what I love about winners? Guys like Matt Larson and people that are here, all you guys that are here still winning with us. We want each other to win more. It's not if Matt wins, I don't win. It's not if I win, Matt doesn't win. The truth is, we all can keep winning. And more importantly, we all will keep winning, because that's what winners do. Why can't, if someone's in one mastermind, why can't they be in another? They can be in 2. They can be in 3. They can be in 4. I've been up to 5 in 1 year. Why can't it be at all? Why can't you have it all? Back to the golf thing. I'm sitting there watching. I'm thinking, I'm like, dude, like, these are amazing athletes and they still mess it up. Remember, what's his name at the Masters when he was up like 3 or 4 shots, young kid, I forget his name, but he's golfing. And I think on hole 15, he just starts collapsing at the knees. Thompson or something. I don't even remember his name, but did he lose? He might've lost the match. He might've had a lot of people talking shit about him, but the truth is a winner will win. They'll use that loss as fuel to be a bigger winner. Don't get it twisted. You're going to have losses. But what you make of those losses is what's going to determine the level of winning you're going to accomplish. Bigger losses equal bigger wins. Little losses, well, you're still losing. I hate losing. I get pissed when I lose. I get mad when I had to let those people go because I felt like I let them down. I lost. But I don't get mad and stop. I get mad and do something about it because I'm in charge. You're in charge. We are in charge. We invest in ourselves. I immediately hired a person to help me become a better leader. Immediately hired someone to make me a better leader. Not make me, but guide me to become a better leader. I don't know anything. I need help all the time on all levels. We're weak, but also strong. You better anchor down, hunker down, start getting serious. This is only one shot at this thing called life. I want to drive down in your city, and I want to see on the side of the hospital your last name on it. I want to go down to the community center and see you supporting the community center with your name and your people there bringing the heat. As you guys know, one of the number one core values in every one of my companies, care 360. It starts with you. Care about yourself. Wherever you're at, you're only just getting started. And I believe that 100%. Because we can only do something about today and moving forward. We can't do anything about the past. The stories, stop telling the stories. Your mess is your message. That's the truth. We all have shitty stuff going on. We all have terrible people around us in our life, somewhere, somehow, some way. But do you invest time in it? Do you put much thought to it? Do you avoid it or do you fuel it? It's your choice. And I got to tell you, I don't know when my next event is, but I'm going to do another one soon. I feel like I need to. I have to do something soon. The only thing a successful person, outside looking and calling it success, whatever that means, outside looking in is realizing that you can do that. You can do that. And the only way they got to where they're at is by doing the work. They didn't think, they thought, implemented, and got the results. But also remember, one thing there's great documentaries out there. A great one I watched recently is the Garth Brooks one. Another, just watch where people are succeeding in life. And he was super genuine with himself because he said something very interesting in that documentary. And you guys should all watch it. It's on Netflix or Amazon, one of them. But he was talking about how, he had an amazing career, sold hundreds of millions of records and selling out events after event after event. He still never thought people would show up. I know when I do my event, I sold 200 tickets. I'm like, but everyone's going to cancel. No one's going to come. That's the stuff I would think about. And, that's my, I want to deliver so much value. I want to be there for you, not me. I'm there for you, right? And you start thinking about this stuff and it becomes like addicting. Like you really can get caught up in it. So he had a real awareness when he started having his daughters and he got a divorce. And he said to himself, I was an A+ in my singing career. I was a D- at best, probably an F at home. And the truth is, I want you to be an A+ across the board for all of these pieces. So if you're watching, like picture someone successful. Let's say if I'm trying to be a singer and I watch Garth and he's a singer and I'm like, yeah, I want to be him. Well, I want to be him with that career piece maybe. But understand that he didn't have that separation of understanding. Like maybe he didn't have a mentor. Maybe he was just so caught up in it. I'm not judging it. But I have children. And I could not imagine getting a D- or F at home because to me, that's failure 100% around the board. I could have all the money in the bank, but if my kids don't love me, my kids don't know me, my kids don't know what I stand for, that would be a massive failure in my life. That's me personally. Now, I'm not saying that to judge you or them or him, but what I loved about what Gar said, he was real with himself. He gave himself a real grade. And that's powerful because when you do that, by the way, he retired from singing 14 years deep in the game at his height. That's unheard of. But when he gave himself a real grade and genuinely understood what winning was for him, because winning looks different for everybody, by the way, but winning for him in his personal relationship with his family, that is winning. And I have more respect for that guy than I've ever had. I love his music. I love his story. I love his journey. I'm addicted to journeys because that's who we become. That's how we become who we are. So many people are afraid to take. By the way, you're in a journey no matter what. If you're alive, you're in a journey. The question is, where's the destination going to end up at? It's up to you. Make a decision. Pivot. Move. Grow. Expand. Get scared. Get uncomfortable. Before you know it, your uncomfortableness will be your comfort zone. And it just keeps growing. Become comfortable being uncomfortable. It's a very powerful, powerful thing. And realize that you don't know everything. I hope to see you in the winner's circle I got to go. I got to work. I got things to do over here. I'm going to keep winning, even if I'm losing, get punched in the face today. And I'm sure I said a lot of stuff that might have made you feel a little weird. Good. That's what it was intended for. Shake you up, baby. It's Monday, July. Hope you have an amazing day. Stay focused and get addicted to winning. It's your boy, Mark Evans. DM signing off. Get the book, Magician vs. Mule. Follow me on Instagram at Mark Evans DM. Make sure to give me a shout out. Please take a minute. Take 2 seconds. Push that share button. I appreciate you being here. Thank you guys so much. And again, get addicted to winning. Make today count. Peace.
I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. And I come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid, wanted to make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. Thought they should've held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss. I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose, so I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing